No, what? David!
Kate woke up abruptly from a vivid dream about the bloodied boy she had rescued. Hastily, she rushed downstairs, calling for her grandmother.
Grandma!
Kate, are you awake?
Grandma! Did David wake up yesterday?
I don't know yet, baby. Wait, let me make a call and ask.
David was heavily injured when she found him. This made Kate worried about him.
Kate, I just made the call. They said David hasn't woken up yet.
Meanwhile, in the hospital, David's parents, Oliver and Grace, stood outside the emergency room door worriedly.
Grace, don't worry. David will be fine.
My son is trying to survive. Why wouldn't I worry?
Mr. and Mrs. Miller, we tried everything, but we're unable to determine why David's face changed color and why he lost weight. Tests found no poison. To avoid more suffering, it might be best to take him home and prepare for the worst.
Grace cried hearing this, and Oliver hugged her. David's unexplained weakening breathing left them losing hope. But then Oliver remembered Kate's words from last night. If David doesn't wake up, come to Kate.
Let's go, Grace.
At this point, Millers can't see their boy with tubes attached anymore. They took David and headed towards the Crook family's house. Suddenly, Oliver's phone rang with his mother, Mia, calling.
Are you bringing David home?
No, I'm taking him to the Crook family, to Kate.
What does a child know? I had found a master to cure David. Bring him back.
There's no need.
No need? Oliver, this time I found a master named Shavin. He has achieved Taoism and immortality.
Oliver didn't listen any further and ended the call. Should we go find Kate?
Do you trust that little girl?
Yes, Oliver, I believe in her, simply because she saved my son.
All right, love. Let's go to Kate and try to save our son.
On that other hand, angry Mia was sitting beside Shavin, an occultist with closed eyes and eyebrows that extended longer than his beard.
Occultists rarely meddle in worldly affairs, so accompany you this time is already an exception.
Yes, it's all my fault for being unfilial. They actually want to rely on a little girl.
All right, you and I are destined to cross paths. I will accompany you and see which inexperienced child dares to lie.
With gratitude, Mia and Shavin hurried toward the Crook family's residence. Meanwhile, Kate sat by the door lost in thought after finishing her breakfast.
Master, do you think David is alright?
Kate wondered if the little ghost in her dream had truly perished, becoming a ghost to haunt her in her dreams every day. Kazo sat nearby, absent-mindedly drawing with a red pen in his notebook.
Do you want me to teach you divination? Remember when Master taught you the 5 occultist arts? Mountain, medicine, fate, divination, and physiognomy?
I remember.
Kazu knew Kate didn't remember, because she had fallen asleep before finishing her lesson.
Fate involves studying destinies and inferring a person's fate based on their horoscope and the stars. Divination is fortune-telling, using the 6 lines to predict future fortunes and misfortune. Now try the calculations on your own. How is David faring?
Fate-telling, turtle shell, tortoise shell. These were the things Kate remembered. She dashed to the rocky pool and spotted an old turtle. She lifted the turtle and placed it on the grass. Suddenly, its shell spun on the grass before coming to a stop. Kazo was stunned seeing Kate using a turtle shell for divination, but it's not supposed to be a live turtle shell.
What is it?
David isn't dead yet. He's coming towards us.
Kazo sighed, dismissing it as another false prediction, fearing David might not make it. But just then, the sound of a car engine reached them from outside the Crook's estate. Kate rushed towards the driveway, catching Oliver's faint voice asking for Kate.
Grandma, I'm here!
Take it easy. Why did you run out so quickly?
The old turtle told me that David is coming, so I ran out.
Kate, please help me. Seeing Kate, Grace felt a ray of hope despite being completely distraught, holding the motionless David. Kate quickly ushered them inside, with Mason and Catherine following. As per Kazo's instruction, Kate quickly made her way to the kitchen to find a pot for burning paper money to call back the soul.
I also need to find David's clothes. I will ask David's mom.
As Kate walked out of the kitchen, her gaze shifted towards David, and she noticed a slender wisp of incense emanating from the crown of his head.
Master, what's that on David's head?
That's an incense. When a person is about to die, the incense appears, and once it burns out, the person will pass away.
At Kazo's words, she feared once the smoldering incense was extinguished, David's life would be lost. Anxious, Kate gathered an iron basin and paper money, but struggled to find David's clothing.
I need David's garments.
Garments? Wait a minute, there's a shirt in the car. I'll get it. Grace hurriedly fetched it, while Kate hastily ignited the paper money in the iron basin and placed an incense stick at the doorway. Just as they were about to proceed, a breathless voice called out from the entrance.
Stop!
Mom, what are you doing?
What nonsense is this? Are you trying to kill my grandson?
Mom, just leave.
No way.
Mia raised her cane and forcefully knocked the paper money from Kate's hand, slapping her. Everyone was taken aback, and Kate's hand stung from the blow, causing her to retract it in pain.
Mia, I permitted your entry because your grandson is here, not to harm Kate.
Mia brushed off Catherine's scolding and pretended not to hear, leaving Catherine fuming with anger.
Mia, you owe my family and Kate an apology first.
Shavin, hurry! David is here.
Catherine, unable to hold back her anger, slapped Mia, stunning everyone. Despite being consumed by rage, Mia restrained herself for her grandson. Otherwise, she wouldn't have come at all.
Mom, leave!
Fine. If you dare to drive me away today, don't consider me your mother.
Uncle, if we don't save David now, it'll be too late.
Shavin couldn't help but sneer coldly. Hearing that time was running out, Mia pleaded everyone urgently. Mia displayed great piety, ignoring the objections of Oliver and Grace.
Master, please hurry and save my grandson.
Witnessing your plight, my old occultist will assist you. Lucas!
Mia's tears of hope flowed as Shavin swiftly conjured flames, encircled copper bells, and a mahogany sword around David, chanting incantations while Kazo sighed, knowing that David was destined to die.
He's a liar.
Keep quiet. You don't know anything. He is a master of the occult. If the master can't save him, a little girl like you definitely can't.
I have just performed the ritual, and David will awaken in 5 minutes.
David won't wake up. Your efforts are in vain.
Kate, let's go. Let them handle it themselves.
Kate didn't want David to die like this. Kate looked at Grace and Oliver with tears in her eyes. Determined, Grace went to Mia, and pulling her up, who was on the ground, she pushed her out of the Crook Mansion's gate.
Grace, is this how you treat your mother-in-law?
As a daughter-in-law, I've had enough of you. Let me make this clear today. My son is in danger. If you dare to interfere, I'll break your leg.
You are trying to kill my grandson.
After all, David was Mia's grandson too, and wanted to save him. But she didn't understand why Grace and Oliver believed in a little girl. Meanwhile, Oliver glared at Shavin.
You can leave on your own, or I'll have you escorted out.
Seeing Miller's disrespect, the occultist had no intention of helping, even if they pleaded. The occultist sneered coldly at their confidence in this little girl.
Trusting a child? You must be out of your mind.
I trust Kate, and it won't make a difference whether David is saved or not.
5 minutes have passed, Shavin. Didn't you claim David would awaken in 5 minutes?
Suddenly, everyone was startled by a whoosh sound coming from behind. Kate had gathered all the paper money and set it ablaze. The flames burned with a faint green hue as Kate tossed David's clothes into the brazier and started chanting.
Sacrifice the black chicken. Brother, sacrifice the black chicken.
Did this little girl think it was all a mere game? Nonsense! She's merely toying with Taoism.
But before he could finish his sentence, David's clothes suddenly stood upright in the brazier, emitting a loud rustling sound. Shavin's face instantly froze. Will Kate be able to save David? Or will Kate be the reason for David's death? To know the full story.
Hi all! Kate here. Can't wait for you to watch my story, $1 Million Girl. Season 1 is now streaming on the Pocket FM Dramas YouTube channel. To watch the next episode, tap here, and to watch the full season, click on the playlist.